Right, good evening. This open meeting of the Town of Auburn Board of Health is being conducted remotely, hybrid, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, which suspends the requirement for the open meeting law to have all meetings publicly accessible in a physical location. Further, during the current state of emergency, well, there's no longer a state of emergency, ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless participation is required by law. This meeting will allow for public comment under agenda items. For the public to join the meeting remotely by telephone, dial 1-224-501-3412. The access code for tonight's meeting is 236-529-341. Or the public can join via computer with the inserted meeting link under the Auburn Guide. The governor's orders, along with all supporting materials that have been provided to members of this body, are available on the town's website. The public is encouraged to follow along using the posted agenda. As a preliminary matter, my name is Eric Otteson, Chairman of the Board of Health. Committee to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Lindsay Guitar.
Aye.
Carolyn Griffin.
Here.
Town officials and employees participating. When I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Amy Contois.
Here.
Darlene.
Here.
Eileen.
Here.
Paula.
Here.
And is Jordan with us this evening?
No, not tonight, Eric.
We do have a few public hearings, and there is a call-in number for those who want to speak during those public hearings. Are there any representatives joining us remotely that want to speak under these items? Hearing seeing none, please note that this meeting is being recorded by Auburn Cable Television. Accordingly, those members of the Board of Health, employees, and members of the public who participate, please be aware that other people may be able to see you, and please take care to not screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured in recording. Also, members, your vote will be taken under a roll call vote. Given that, we will call the meeting to order. I have 6:02 p.m. In reviewing the agenda, I don't believe there's any items to add or remove.
That's
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I would be looking for, we need to look at the agenda minutes for June 2nd, 2002. A few members, they had those mailed to us earlier on. I would entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
I would like to make a motion to accept the minutes of Thursday, June 2nd, 2022.
Is there a second?
I second.
Having a motion and there being a second by roll call vote, Lindsay Guitar
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin
Aye.
and Eric Otteson, aye. Minutes are accepted.
Thank you.
And now we'll move into some hearings. I can't, let me just,
Can you see the agenda on the screen, Eric?
I can, yeah, I just had to move my screen around. Right, I'd entertain a motion to open up the first hearing. That is for Brandon Gentile at 150 Rockdale Street. Is there a motion?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to open the first hearing for Brandon Gentile for his dog Porter for a rabies exemption.
Is there a second?
I second.
And all those in favor, Lindsay Guitar
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin
Aye.
and Eric Otteson, aye. The hearing is now open. Ms. Contois.
Hi, thank you. So in front of you, you have a letter from Hillside Veterinary Clinic for a patient of theirs, Porter, owned by Brendan Gentile of 150 Rochdale Street. The letter describes Porter's history of severe life-threatening reactions to the rabies vaccine, and it's the recommendation of Porter's regular veterinarian that he receives an exemption from future rabies vaccinations.
Okay. Any board members have any questions or concerns?
Do you have any concerns at all? Has this dog ever been involved in any issues or?
Not that we're aware of. Being that it's a younger dog, I would just want to make sure that any future potential rabies exposures would be evaluated by his regular veterinarian and that the owners would follow any recommendations from the State Department of Agricultural Resources.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Hearing seeing none, all those in favor for approval of the exemption request for Porter by the owner Brendan Gentile, 150 Rochdale Street, signify by saying aye. Lindsay Guitar
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin.
I would like to agree to the exemption with the stipulation that if this dog had a exposure to rabies, that he would alert the Animal Control Office and follow the stipulations of the Office of Agriculture.
And we can do that in form of a motion.
Okay, and I'd like to make a motion to that effect.
And I second.
Okay, so hearing, seeing the second of a motion, all those in favor of the amended motion signify by saying aye. Lindsay Guitar
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin
Aye.
and Eric Otterson, aye as well. The request passes. All right, and entertain a motion to close the hearing.
I'd like to make a motion to close the hearing for Brendan Gentile's dog Porter and the rabies exemption.
And all those in favor signify by, is there a second?
I second.
And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Lindsay Guitar
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin.
Aye.
All right. Darlene, I think these next two are the same one. Can we deal with them under the same hearing?
I think,
They ordered the
Yeah.
dog.
they're the same owner, Eric, but they're two different dogs. I think, they're the same family. I think we can take them as the same hearing. Are you
Yeah,
comfortable?
I think so too.
So I think we just have to make two separate motions for each dog.
Sure.
To accept the individual exemptions for each of them, but
The hearing can be, I gotcha. Okay.
Right, so entertain a motion to open a hearing for Lois and David in your 6 Breezy Bend Road for Shayla and Chelsea. Is there a motion?
Yes, I'd like to open the hearing for the Uranus' dog Chelsea and Shayla.
I second.
There is a motion, a second. All those signify by saying aye. Lindsay
Aye.
and Carolyn
Carolyn Griffin, aye.
and Eric Otterson, I see that aye as well. Hearing is now open. Ms. Contois.
I thank you. So in front of you, you have two letters for the dogs, Shayla and Chelsea of 6 Breezy Bend. Both dogs are senior dogs, Shayla being 12 years old and Chelsea being 13. Shayla has a history of life-threatening reactions to the rabies vaccine, which is why her veterinarian is recommending this rabies exemption. And Chelsea, who is 13 years old, is currently under hospice care, has a visiting veterinarian come once a week. So they are requesting rabies exemption due to her health status as well.
Any board members have any questions?
Do you have any recommendations or concerns?
I don't have any concerns. We don't have a history of issues with either of these dogs. Chelsea, the hospice dog, isn't very mobile, doesn't go outside very often at this stage, and Shayla's doesn't go outside without her owners watching over her. So it would be my recommendation to accept these exemptions.
I don't have any questions.
Alright, at this point, I'd like to make a motion to accept the rabies exemption for Shayla, the dog of Mr. and Mrs. Uranus.
I second.
'Cause we could-
And there is a motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Lindsay
Aye.
Carolyn Griffin.
and Carol
Oh, sorry.
and Eric Otterson here, aye as well. The motion passes for the exemption for Shayla. And under the same healing, we will deal with Chelsea. Is there a motion for Chelsea?
I'd like to make a motion to accept the rabies exemption for Chelsea Uranus, the lab dog from Mr. and Mrs. Uranus.
Is there a second?
I second.
And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Lindsay Guitar,
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin,
Aye.
and Eric Hudson, aye as well. Motion passes for Chelsea. No more dogs into that household. Can I get a motion to close the hearing?
At this point, I'd like to close the hearing for the rabies exemption requests.
And is there a second?
I second.
And all those in favor of closing the hearing signify by saying aye. Roll call, Lindsay Guitar,
Aye.
Carolyn Griffin,
Aye.
and Eric Hudson, aye as well. Hearings are closed, and we're on to the director's items.
Thank you. So Eric, if I may, while we have the animal control officer here, we just have one reminder here under animal control for dog licensing. Amy, do you want to offer that?
Sure. Just a brief reminder that licenses are due. We currently have just under 2,000 dogs licensed in town. So we still are off by a couple hundred people that still need to get their licenses in. We are, since we're in July at this point, there are late fees that are now in effect. Residents had until the beginning of May to license without any late fees. So we would just like to remind everybody to get those in as soon as possible to avoid any additional fees that might come into effect next year if they skip an entire licensing year.
Thank you. So under director's items, I just wanted to update the board for tobacco control. We have sent out renewals. This is typically the time of year we renew our tobacco permits. I think I had mentioned that we are we're part of a grant, and we actually had some helpful advisement that they had sent, and we've updated our application fee to include some more information, so that is helpful for us. We have we've seen as far as complaints with the warmer weather, we have seen a lot more complaints that have come in for various items that we're currently working on. Certainly a challenging time with the weather and people being outside and just interacting more with all the issues that come outside. So just wanted to let you know we are working diligently on a lot of complaints. For solid waste, I put in an update for you. So we have, as you know, we had a really successful household hazardous waste day about a month or so ago, and had over 300 cars participate in that event. And we were very excited to have that event. We had a lot of volunteers, we had a lot of participation, and as every time we do one of these events, we know that just right after the event, we have something that inevitably couldn't make it, or somebody's cleaning out a house and they're contacting us to get rid of more household hazardous waste. So we have looked into a program, and we're going to be starting a program. We'll be actually announcing it at the selectmen's meeting next Monday, but wanted to give the board an update on this. So there is a residential program that we will start in. It's a partnership with NEDT, and they are a household hazardous waste company out of Sutton. What we're doing is taking some of our grant money to be able to basically have a credit at the facility, allow a Auburn resident to go there with household hazardous waste if they can't wait for our next event. So it'll be something offered year round, and it will be it'll be like a credit. So if you go there with a a pack of pesticides or oils or what have you, they're all priced out according to what the type of chemical is, and there will be a credit there for individual resident. So I think we have it's a $50 credit. So it's $50 worth of those items the resident would have to pay. If it does go over though, the difference, the resident would have to pay that difference. But it encourages people to be able to do the right thing. It's a very close by, easy to get to, right off of 146, and we feel like it's another option for people to get rid of household hazardous waste without having to wait for an event for 2 years. So wanted to let you know about that. We're excited to try this. And additionally, in your packets, I wanted to let you know the Blackstone Communities. They're doing a 50th anniversary of Zero Away Pollution. It's an event, a cleanup event, where we've got all sorts of groups and organizations to be able to basically clean up litter. Anything that is going to impact the waterways, impact the Blackstone River. We're looking for any volunteers to be able to participate that day. And we're hoping that we may have some interest in Auburn to do our own cleanup. As you all know, we've had several cleanup events already this year, which have been successful. The Hazardous Waste Day, the Townwide Cleanup Day, and we're hoping to ask volunteers to come out one more time on Saturday, August 27th, for a couple of hours to help make a difference. So that flyer is in your packet. We do have it posted on the website, and if anybody's interested in participating that day for cleanup, they can just call the Board of Health. That would be much appreciated. The Central Mass Mosquito Control, wanted to let you know we do have the information on the town website. This is generally the time of year that we get a lot of calls and interest in this program. The Central Mass Mosquito Control Project make it very easy for participants, for residents to participate. Typically, the company is here in town in Auburn on Tuesdays, and they take those requests. You can go to the website and access that through spray requests. You can do that online or call Central Mass Mosquito Control. We do have their information online as well. Finally, the emergency preparedness, as we all are slowly melting here. It's heat advisory in effect. We do have a cooling station that is set up, started yesterday and extends now until Sunday. So that is set up at the senior center. The days and times, obviously today, tomorrow, that's 8 to 4. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're also going to have the senior center open from 12 to 4. That information is on our town website. It's also being announced at the meetings. And if anybody needs to get out of their house for a little while and head over to the senior center, there's all sorts of nice activities there. They've got big screen TV, they've got books, they've got puzzles, cards, they've got everything there, and it's really nice and nice and cool. So we encourage people to use that facility as a resource during this heat advisory. One more thing, very excited to let you know we have Zip Trip coming to Auburn tomorrow. Fox 25 is coming and highlighting Auburn and everything great in Auburn. They are going to be located at Packagug Golf Course, starting very early. But I think all the festivities start about 8 o'clock. There'll be interviews. There'll be people up there, just highlighting all different types of businesses and services. So anybody is invited. It is a public event at Packagug Golf Course tomorrow, Friday. Finally, we do have some information that we'd like to share, some nice information about COVID service that Arlene had discovered that we wanted to share with you.
So, COVID is on a slight increase in cases, lots of gatherings, graduation. But the symptoms have remained mild from the people that we're tracing, cold-like congestion, fever, cough. So we're hopeful that we're gonna head in the right direction and that the hospitals aren't overloaded with them. But just recently, we found out that mass.gov has a wealth of information about COVID. That's where we send everyone. It has all of the state information for isolation and quarantine. It now has added through their Colors application, and I'm not sure if you're aware, the Colors application is how we do our vaccinations in the state of Massachusetts. You have to record through there, and it goes through MIIS. They have came up with a registration. So if you go to mass.gov and link on the registration for the medicine for COVID, then you can register, answer a small survey. They'll do an evaluation on you for the Paxlovid pill, and if you meet the criteria for the evaluation, within 30 minutes, a Zoom call will open up with a telehealth clinician. They'll go further with you, individualizing your medicine, your health status, and if you qualify, they actually send the prescription into your pharmacy that you've noted on your brief registration. And the people that I spoke with about it, within 45 minutes, they got a notification from their pharmacy, and they went down and the prescription is free. So some of the criteria, you have to be 18 plus to take this. You have to meet their health guidelines. There's certain medicine that will interact, and that's why they do the telehealth clinician interview. And if you qualify, you have to be within the first 3 days. Your symptoms need to be within the range that they determine is safe. Obviously, there's emergent needs for people that are sicker and non-emergent needs if you have mild symptoms. But not everyone has primary care physicians. Not everyone has physicians that they can readily talk to. So this is a great way to still be able to, if you so choose, to take the medicine to help you speed through the symptoms of COVID, and it's free. The state's offering it free. So we just wanted to put that out there. If you go to mass.gov, there's actually a link, and it comes under COVID medication. It says Paxlovid right on it. When you click in, it brings you through the whole series.
Thank you, Arlene.
And shortly, me and Darlene will be posting this out to everyone, so that people that aren't aware of it will now be able to take advantage of it.
Yeah,
It's just another resource,
Yeah.
Even if you need it.
yeah, for my own,
Good to know.
for my day job, that's good.
So, Eric, I think that is, that's all we have for updates, unless the board has any questions.
No, I have no questions. Any board members have any questions?
No questions?
Hearing, seeing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to make a motion to end this meeting on July 21st, 2022.
I second the motion.
And all those in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye. Lindsay Guitar
Aye.
and Carolyn Griffin
Aye.
and Eric Madison, aye as well. Meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.